Alrighty, so here's the update. It's Tuesday, May 13th. The update is that my work crush that I've talked about a lot on my channel, actually, occasionally, like not as much recently, my work crush got let go, but it was like pretty serious to me. Like it's more than just like a crush, because obviously I liked this guy now for like more than 2 years. So for me, it was quite serious and emotional that this happened. And I liked him a lot more than just like a crush, if that makes sense. But I'm not gonna like really talk about it very much because it is what it is, and nothing was going to happen. And I just liked him so much, and was just the only thing that I would look forward to pretty much every day. Not the only thing, because I wasn't that attached. I really worked on my attachments that I wouldn't be so anxiously attached, because I think for a while I was more anxiously attached to this guy just to be able to see him every day. So when there were days that he wasn't there, I'd be like, I would have like, it was horrible. I just was so upset. But then I got better and I was less attached, I would say, but I still like really liked him, and I felt like we got closer and closer over time, just in the like we could talk more, like, because I was so nervous a lot of the times in the beginning that I could not communicate well with him because I was just so nervous because I liked him so much. And then I think in the last few months I've gotten more confident, I guess, or more comfortable and not as nervous, so I was able to speak like more like myself with him and be myself more. And we were just like not like close at all. Like we really were not. Nothing weird happened. Like it wasn't ever like literally nothing weird ever happened. By weird I just mean like anything inappropriate. Like nothing ever happened. We just like had a good friendly like relationship, like work relationship, and I had a major crush and all these feelings for him, but I have no idea what he thought about me or any of that. He was just really nice to me, and so there was, you know, he didn't ever make me feel like I couldn't like talk to him, or I think he probably knew that I liked him, but he didn't ever make me feel bad for it. And he also didn't, I don't think that I don't know if maybe he felt similarly, but I don't know for sure, and I'm not going to speak on that because I don't know. But he just was always nice, and like it didn't make me feel weird about it. So, but I did really like him, and I didn't hold back a ton. Like I'm not a huge flirt, so I don't know how to, like, I don't do things in a flirtatious way, like in an obvious way. Like I don't do weird things or cross any lines, but I just liked him, and I would like talk to him when I could, or like smile at him, like do those kind of interactions, so be really warm with him. And I didn't like hide any of that or hold that much back, because I don't like, life is too short. And so I just tried to show him that I liked him, I cared about him, but I wasn't like gonna do anything bad. It was all up to him, but nothing ever happened anyway. So long story short, he's gone now. He was let go on Friday, and I found out when I was here at the house, because I was working from home on Friday because my brother graduated on Thursday. But it wouldn't have made a difference anyway, because I'm pretty sure my crush he wasn't at the office either. That's what I heard. So he wasn't there on Friday. So if things had been different though, maybe we would have been both in the office at the same time. Usually we were like one of the few people that were at the office on Fridays, because a lot of people work from home like all the time. But on Fridays it would usually just be me and him and a few other people. And so on any normal week, we would have both been there probably if this had happened, and I would have gotten to say goodbye, but I couldn't say goodbye because I wasn't there and he wasn't there. And so I found out because I saw on Outlook, like when somebody gets fired or is gone, like if you work in a company that uses Outlook, you know what I'm talking about probably. The little like circle that shows your status, if you're online or not, if you're away, if you're out of office, all of that. When somebody is let go or they leave or whatever, once they're gone from the company, their whole like account or whatever profile is shut down, the little circle goes like blank. Like it turns into just a circle with nothing inside, no color, like white inside. And I saw that and it was like my worst nightmare, because I had always imagined this type of thing happening, because I knew either I was going to be let go or I would choose to leave before him, of course. Like he was there before I started. He was been with that company for a very long time. I won't talk about too many details just in case anybody, I don't want anybody to like make a connection. But he was there when I first started. Like, he had been there for a long time. So I just kind of assumed he would still be there. And I always like thought that I'd be fired like all the time, just because I don't think that I'm like the best person for this job, but I can do it well. But I mean, like, I've always been like, please just fire me so that I can move on and like you can get somebody better. Like, please just fire me. But they will not fire me. And so then I thought, I'll choose to leave, like anything but him being gone before me. Like, I thought that it'd be me. But I did consider, like, because I always, it's late at night, I'm like thinking about different scenarios, and sometimes I would get nervous. I still have a little bit of anxious attachment, so I would think about these things, like mull over them. I would think that, like, what if he got let go? Because nobody's safe in a company, and there's been turnover in this company for the past like 2 years probably. It's been going on. I mean, it's always happening, but there's been a lot of cuts in the last year, and people in higher positions too. Like, it's not just people in lower positions. So I thought, like, this could happen. Like, it could happen that he would be let go. But it was like one of my worst nightmares, like worst scenarios. Because then what? Because then that means it's over. So I saw the Outlook go blank, and I was like, literally, like, I was like, no, do not do this to me. There's no way, this cannot be. Like, I was literally like, no. I was freaking out. I was like, are you kidding me that this cannot be. This literally cannot be what's happened right now. And I checked everything. I have Teams on my phone and on my work phone. And I was looking on my laptop as well, on Outlook, on the email. Everything was showing like offline, like gone. Like, and I thought maybe it's just a glitch though. Maybe his thing went offline. Like, I don't know for sure. Like, this is what this means. And I even like deleted my Teams from, or I know I logged out of my Teams on my phone and logged back in to see if that would change it. And I logged back in, and like his whole name and everything was gone, and it became like unknown user. It was like, I was like, are you kidding me? That he just erased just like that? And it was because I logged out and logged in, so it's gone. But if you don't log out, then it's still like on my work phone, his name is still on there, but it just like is now blank. Like, and all the information's gone except for the name. But anyway, so I had to message somebody else, and I asked, like, did something happen to, like, what just happened basically? Did something happen to them? And the person told me yes, like they were let go, they were terminated. So yeah. And then I was like, and I asked if there was like a phone, if the guy had a phone number I could call, and the person said no. Like, I think he has his number, but I think he's just being like, I'm not going to give you, like, without permission, I'm not going to give you his number. Because I tried to text his work phone number, but I knew that it would be shut down probably anyway, and the text didn't even go through that I'm aware of. And I tried to call it, but it didn't even go to like didn't even have the ringer. It just went dead. Like, I think that they shut down your work phones immediately once you are like, they shut you down. So that was it. And then I don't know. So it was just like, but he didn't like reach out to me or say goodbye or anything. Like, he didn't. Oops, is somebody trying to call me? Anyway, so what was I saying? This guy, like, he didn't message me or anything to say goodbye. Like, I don't know. I mean, maybe he didn't have any time, or he was like the last thought on his mind probably. So it's fine. It is what it is. I've cried so much about this, and it's like, that's embarrassing, but at the same time, it shouldn't be embarrassing to like have emotions and feel something about somebody else. Like, I don't think that should be embarrassing, because that stuff matters in life. I think people are too cynical these days. So, just to be honest, I've cried a lot about this, and I was so upset. And somehow I've gone into the office today and yesterday, but now I'm ready to go. Like, I've wanted to leave this job since the very beginning and I never did. And it's because it's hard to find another job, first of all. And there are a lot of benefits to this job that I like. So it's hard to think, like, let me go get something else when I'm sacrificing some of the benefits of this job and I don't know what I'm walking into with another one. Like, you don't know when you start a new job, like, what's going to be great or not. You don't know for sure. So it's a gamble. And so it was never enough. Like, I didn't hate this job enough ever to look hard for something else. But, and every time that I would like stress out about it or try to look for something, it just becomes like the job hunt is difficult. Like, it's not easy and it's hard to actually, you can think like, oh, there are all these jobs that I want and I'll apply to them all. Like, one of them will work out, right? But chances are actually these days, none of them will work out. Like, it's very, like, I don't know what the percentage might be of like how many positions you got to apply to and then what you might get out of those that you applied to. I don't know. But so I just never tried hard enough to get a different job and to leave this one. But I just don't think, I think this is like my last straw, because the whole time, like, I was fine staying at this job because I liked this person. So, and I liked to see him every day. So if I had to stay at the job and just do the job, it was going to be fine because I was like, whatever. Like, unless something big changes, like, I'm fine for right now because I'm always working on the things that I care about, like, after hours, like, after work. Like, I'm always doing something else. So as long as I'm working on those things and I just have to do the job and I'm getting paid, like, I was like, it's fine. Like, I am fine. I'm just getting by. And I like this person. So it's like, it works out for me. That's enough about the job that I like right now. But now I'm over it. I'm like, that's the last straw. Like, without him there, I'm like, I don't care about all these other people like that. Like, and so I've got to move on. I'm ready to move on. So I'm figuring that out. But it's still, you don't want to just go for something random because it'll, I shouldn't have to sacrifice any benefits that are still happening from this job because the guy like lost his job. Like, I don't think that it's like, that doesn't make any sense logically. It's not a smart move, I think, to just like jump ship because of that. But I do think I'm just done. So I'm looking at other things. I updated my resume, but I'm going to try to be smart and only go for things that I would really want, that be in a direction that I'd like to go in. And besides that, we'll see if I'm going to try to work on TikTok more again, because I just got burnt out on TikTok and I felt like I didn't want to make any videos anymore. But I've said it many times, it's like a no-brainer to do TikTok when I make money off of it. I can make money, so I should just post the videos and make at least a couple $100 a month. That's how much I can make. So like anywhere from like, the average has been like 300 something is the lowest amount that I've made in the months, basically. And then I can make up to like 800 or 1,000. Like, just depends on how many videos I post and how many views I get. So that's just a no-brainer to make that money. And then with YouTube, once I start uploading videos that are not copywritten, then I can make some money off of these videos too. We're going to see how much, like not a lot probably, but I'm going to see, because right now I'm just catching up on my vlogs still. And with my vlogs, I like to put music in, but a lot of times the music is copywritten. So we'll see. Maybe I can do social media full time pretty much, but I just know I'm out of this job. I'm mentally out of it. I'm done. If once I find something else or can leave this job, I'm out, because it's not worth it to me anymore, but I need to make money always. So I'm not going to, it's just got to replace this money with some other money, and I'll just move on. But yeah, I got a card for my crush, for this guy. I got a card for him, like a goodbye card, because I didn't get to say goodbye or anything. But I got a goodbye card thing and like wrote like a whole letter, basically just like saying it was great to work with you and like thank you for all this stuff, because he was just like so helpful and just like one of the best people ever. And I didn't say anything super weird in it, okay? I wasn't like, I like you and all. I wasn't like that, but I think he knew that. I mean, because I said it to him before, I think that he was my favorite too anyway, and So it's fine. Anyway, I didn't say anything weird, but I did say a lot. I like wrote a lot because I was like, he was too good for that office, and like the way that people used, like he would do a lot of favors and things that people would ask him to do, and other people in there like wouldn't do that stuff, and like it was like below them or something, but he was never like that. He was like willing to do all sorts of stuff and help. And so anyway, he was just like amazing. So I said all that stuff in the letter, and I sent the letter with one of the guys at the office who was like bringing stuff to his house. So hopefully, and that was today. I did the letter yesterday. I got the card and the letter, and I wrote it, and I like cried the whole time while I was writing it, because it makes me sad. Like, not just for the fact that he's gone and I'll never see him again, but it makes me sad that like this happened. Like, I think it's unfair. I don't know exactly why he was like, oh, I don't know at all. I've only heard like a few things from my boss, who told me like a general synopsis or whatever of like kind of why, but I don't know for sure. But I still think it's unfair based on my interpretation of what my boss was saying. It was like just not right and unfair with the amount of work and time that this guy gave to this company. Like, he was there almost every day unless he had something else to do, like a family thing to do, or had to go on a trip. Like, he was always in that dang office. And all these other people are not there every day. They are not there every day. They're all like working from home most of the time. And he was there every freaking day, and he doesn't even live in this area. He lives, I don't know how far. I don't know where he lives, but like, I think that he drives like an hour or something. I don't know though, but he doesn't live in this direct city. So anyway, it sucks, but we know how this is. Like, you can work so hard and they still will get rid of you if they think that there's reasons to, or like, so that's what happened. And yeah, and so I sent the card and letter. The letter is like inside the card, because I knew I couldn't fit everything I wanted to say on the card. So I literally folded up a letter, and I did it in like the Jane Austen folding, like the way that Jane Austen would fold her letters. I felt so like of that era. I don't know what I would call that. Like, not vintage is like not even the way to say it. Like, I just felt like it's very old school. I was literally writing a letter. I've never done that before for a person. And I wish I could write letters and mail them to people, especially like in a romantic sense. I think that'd be amazing. But this was just like, let me write this thing and put it in the card. And I sent the card along with the guy dropping stuff off. And so tomorrow I'm going to ask him, when I see him at the office, I'm going to say, did you give him the card? Like, did you give it to him? Just want to make sure. I think he took it, but I just want to make sure he gave him the card. But I told him, like, please give him this. I just wanted to like thank him and make sure that he knew that. Like, I don't expect any message or follow-up from him. Like, we follow each other on LinkedIn, but I don't expect anything. I'm not gonna ever chase after, do anything weird like that. Like, I get it, it's fine, and it is what it is, and it's just how things are. I'm so upset about it, and I've cried so much, but I'm not obviously gonna do anything. So if I never hear from him and I never see him again and all that, I just wanted to make sure that I said those things and had them on paper or whatever, so he could, even if he doesn't care, even if he does not care that much about me. But he was so nice to me. I don't think that he, unless he's a really good actor, but why would he like be like that nice to me? For what? Unless like he really doesn't like me, I think that it hopefully will be nice for him to have, just to hear that I really valued what he, like the kind of person that he was to work with. So anyway, yeah, I miss him so much at the office. It's only been 2 days, but I know it'll get easier, and it's okay. Like, I'm fine. It's almost like easier knowing that he won't ever come back, because before, when he would go on trips, I'd be so like, because I could not wait until he got back. I hated it when he was gone from the office. Hated it when I had to be there and he was gone. But now it's like, I mean, I hate it, but it just feels like, okay, now he's gone. Like, I'm done with this. I just go in, I'm going to get my work done, and I'm going to get out of there as soon as I possibly can, and just find something else and leave. And I feel like I'm out the door. Mentally, I'm out the door. So it doesn't feel as horrible because I'm like, I only have to suffer through this until I can leave. So it's fine. And he's not coming back. So I just have to like basically check out, I think is how I would describe it. Like checked out, and I'm just doing the job. And I hope, I'm sure he's going to be fine. And, you know, hopefully it was all meant to be. Like he'll go on to something else. And I mean, because he's been with this company for so long, like sometimes you just need life to decide for you to make a change. So I don't know what he'll do, but I hope I'm sure he'll be fine. But yeah, it's sad. I like felt like, you know, like at the end of a movie or a TV show where you've been following these characters, and then at the end it's like everybody's got to go their separate ways, and it's like you don't want them to, but they kind of have to, and so you're just watching. It's just like bittersweet. I mean, it's a lot sadder than that in real life. Like what I've been feeling has been a lot sadder than that. But it still feels kind of like that because it's so many people have been gone from the office. Like so many people that were here during this time that I've worked here, they're just disappearing. And I was fine with people coming and going as long as this one guy was still there. I was like, it's fine because I've got him, and so I was fine. But now without him, I'm just like, that's literally my favorite person. That's it for me. There's nothing else there for me besides the money. And the other people that I work with are still great people, but it's just not the same. Like they're not this person. So yeah, like he was my person. I don't know if I was his at all. He just was doing his job. I don't think I was like, so I don't know if I meant much to him, but he was like my person. So with him being gone, I'm like, so that's the update. And I'm just gonna try to focus on myself and get stuff done, catch up on my videos, post on TikTok again, and just get the ball rolling on everything else because we got to get out of this job. And I'm just like, I got to do it. I got to get this stuff done and figure it out and try to make some money from this, and then maybe that can help. Yeah, anyway. The other thing I wanted to tell you is that the Burberry jacket that I think I was talking about in this video did arrive, and this is it, and I really like it. So yeah, the Burberry tag is in there, which I think is really cool. So when it's hung up on a hanger, like just cool that it can show in that. I'll show you the jacket. Let me put it on. And it's a bit more cropped than I wanted, but it's fine. I think it fills the gap in my wardrobe that I've been wanting to fill for just a kind of cropped black leather jacket, because my only black leather jacket that I have, like besides I do have a black leather blazer, but I don't like it as much, but I've had it for a long time. But the jacket that I do really like, okay, there's like 3 different jackets, because one has the big fluffy like fur collar, which is only really appropriate for like going out to dinner in the winter. Like it's not something to wear daily. And then my other black leather jacket is my longer coat. And that is perfect in the fall and winter, but in the summer it just looks silly to wear it. And I'm only wearing these indoors, right? Because when it's cold inside, I'm not walking around in this, but it still looks better for the season indoors if it's like a shorter jacket than a long jacket. But anyway, this is this one. So see how the back is really cropped? I think that I wish it was a little bit more even. Like this length is perfect, but it kind of goes up and is cropped in the back. But I still think that this is a winner. It's really, really good. It was expensive. This one was pretty pricey, so I just did like a firm or whatever to pay. So I'll pay it off over the next, like I think I did 3 months though, so it'll be fine. But yeah, I think this one is great. I like that it's not too much of a biker jacket, because I don't love the biker jacket look where you have the kind of the lapels. That is it a lapel? I don't know, where they kind of like will be like that more. I don't like that look as much. So this is perfect because it lays flat. And I do like the collar of this. And then the shoulders are fantastic. It's a little bit Michael Jackson looking and a little bit 80s, which is not what I was going for, but I don't mind. Like, who's going to complain about that? I think it's cool. And then if I zip it up, now this is a size medium, or at least on the Real it's listed as a medium. I didn't actually check the jacket. I didn't check the tag or anything for the size, but it actually fits pretty small. So it fits like a small or extra small, even though it was labeled as a medium. which works in the end for me because I thought it'd be oversized a little bit too much if it's a size medium, because I usually fit a small, but I was gonna be fine if it was a bit oversized. The shape looked perfect, and so I went for it. And it's actually better because it's smaller than I expected. So zipped up, it's also kind of like flat like that, so I like it. But I will probably never wear it zipped up. I don't really zip up my jackets. They're always kind of open. But if I can unzip it now, come on. Okay, there we go. Anyway, this is the jacket. So, yeah. Yes, you have seen it. You have seen it. Okay, that's it. Now that's everything for right now, guys. Oh, the other thing, I tried to sell some of my clothes at one of the like consignment stores in the area, and they barely took anything. Like, did you see the clip when I was all like, I was really upset because it was literally the day that I found out that my crush got let go, and I was saying, I'm just gonna take these bags and try to sell them because I need to leave this job. Like, I thought I'd at least make a little bit of money, and not to live off of or anything. Like, it just doesn't change that. What I mean is that if I could get some cash, then I can use that to pay towards my debts still. Like, I'm still, as much extra money as I make needs to go towards the debts, because that gives you financial freedom when you don't have any debts. So then you have more choice in life. Like, you can quit a job or go travel or go live abroad if you've got no debt. Like, there's a better opportunity because you know you can live off of whatever money you can make, and you don't have to be paying every month a bunch of money, a bunch of your income towards your debts. So I was just hoping I'd make even like $50 and like pay it towards some of my debt. Cause every bit counts. But I took the clothes and they barely took anything. And I made $28 in cash. And I was like, well, I mean, I did say every little bit counts, but I didn't think that was enough. So I didn't put that towards my debts. That's so silly actually that I said that. But I don't know what I did with it. I don't have it with, or do I? No, it's in my room. I used some of it to buy a brooch at this other consignment store, because then the next day I took the rest of the clothes to a different consignment store, or not all of them, because some of them I was like, well, these aren't good enough for this fancier consignment store, so I have to send the rest to Goodwill, I guess. So I've got a bag that's going to Goodwill that I guess nobody wants. The first place I went to, and I'm sorry for all this talking, the first place that I went to, I'm like, they think they're all that, but what they're doing is they're selling a bunch of teenager, like, Shein stuff and Free People and Urban Outfitters, clearly, because in the past I've found some great stuff there, and I've brought my clothes to them and they've taken them. Not all of them, but they take a good amount. This time they barely took anything, and I was looking around anyway, and I'm like, all this stuff is like that look. It's like the very trendy teenager style. And I get it because mostly teenagers shop there, but I have some quality pieces. And so in the end, I'm glad that they didn't take them, because I don't think they deserve the nice pieces that I have. Because I get stuff from like Banana Republic, J. Crew. I have some really nice sweaters and things. Because I've spent a lot of money, unfortunately, on fancier brands. Not saying J. Crew and Banana Republic are super fancy, but they're pretty pricey, and always higher quality than like the teenage stuff. So anyway, they, I guess, looked at it and it's just like adult, like businessy stuff to them. So I get it that they didn't take it, but it's fine. So then what I did is the stuff that, even though I had other things that were like not as great and they didn't accept them, I'll take that stuff to Goodwill. And then the nicer pieces I brought to this other consignment store the next day, which was literally Saturday. Like, time is going by so fast because it's only Tuesday. And I saw my crush last Wednesday. Like, that was the last day I saw him. And it feels like a million years ago. It's like so upsetting. Anyway. So, Saturday, I brought some more of my clothes to the fancier consignment store that doesn't take teenager stuff. It's like for adults mostly. And they have some designer pieces at this place. The problem with this one was just that a lot of my clothes are winter pieces, so like sweaters and pants and stuff, so they didn't want to take any of those, but they did say they're very nice and you should bring them back in the fall. So I guess I have to keep them and wait for the fall if I can remember. So I didn't make a lot of money. Oh, but at this fancier consignment store, I drop off some stuff and then they don't pay me until the stuff sells, but I get 50% of whatever they sell the item for. So but I won't find out for the next like 2 months because I think I have to call them or go in and ask like, hey, did any of my stuff sell? And then they'll let me know and we'll work out how they pay me. Either I go in for a check or they mail me a check or they can Venmo. I'll just do something like that. But if the stuff sells, and they only took a few of my pieces, I think they only took like 3 or 4. So yeah, that's the update on the clothes and the closet clean out, which is a separate video. I'm pretty much done with the clean out, I guess. But the clothes, like giving them away, like it's just a lot of wasted money on a lot of clothes that I can't make much back on. So it's just wasted money. Anyway, yeah, that's everything right now, guys. That's everything. I've talked so much. That is it. I will catch you in just a second, I'm sure, with whatever else we can talk about.